Hello and welcome to Steve Knows. No face again because I'm not fully recovered. But that's not going to stop us talking about some really interesting advancements in VR, some new Quest features, and some sweet games. So let's get started. Starting with a few words from the developers of Moss, as they recently spoke about what Project Cambria could do for their games, and it was always pushed and said that Cambria is going to be focused towards the enterprise space, with features that would be most beneficial to the professional, like clear HD color pass-through that's going to help with AR features. Polyarc create one of the best VR franchises around, so they may know more than me around this new tech, and I'm speculating, but this hints to me that the Cambria will also have a gaming role. I always thought Cambria was going to be a new and improved Quest 2 that runs the same content, but a premium version with additional features. And for me, this just kind of solidifies that. So what do you expect Cambria to be like? Did you expect it to be a gaming console, or an enterprise headset, or a hybrid between the two? This one's incredible. This is an incredible update for VR esports. Now, Echo VR meets Vertex. Vertex is a venue system that would allow you to attend esport matches in the virtual space, sitting in an actual stadium. So you and some friends could see a game of Echo unfold before you as you watch both teams battle it out. A closed beta has been announced to trial this out in partnership with Echo. I have signed up to the beta, but no news yet. And this is perfect. I love this about VR because the players you see moving around are real people. You could call them virtual athletes. So you're going to be immersed in the audience like you're watching a real event because the people you see playing are literally embodied by real people. So I'm so excited to see how this turns out. The website looks rather snazzy and so does the trailer. So I am interested to see what it's going to look like inside the headset watching an actual game with people. And then hopefully more games will adopt it, like Knock. A new game now with a bold statement. Apparently a next-gen sword fighter is coming this summer from the same folk that brought us the Quest classic Swords of Gargantua. Third Verse is bringing a multiplayer sword fighting game called Altair Breaker for PC and Quest. They have released a lengthy teaser which is great, and I get such an old school fantasy vibe from it. I love it. No details though, except they've said this game is set on an abandoned city floating in the void of the VR world Altair, where players can dive in to unravel the mysteries of its AI-controlled world. I don't know if this is going to be a player versus environment game, a PvP game as well, but in the video we could see climbing mechanics, special abilities, enemy types, and the setting. The studio has what it takes to bring us a great game with the catalogue that they've got behind them, and something fun is this game will feature music directed by Hideki Sakamoto, who wrote the opening theme to Super Smash Bros. And you can actually hear that style in the trailer if you listen to the music. It's really quite grand and fun. Next, it's Quest Haven. I spoke about this a while back, but it's finally progressing. We're going to have a Kickstarter going live in just 2 days on the 22nd. This is going to be a tabletop simulator. Fans dream if they achieve what they expect, bringing Dungeons and Dragons and more to virtual reality. They even dropped a new video showing what's possible with the app, such as creating your own character with heavy amounts of character customization, which is going to be important for fans that love these RPG titles. You'll also be able to look top down at the world that you're playing in, see the world alive, instead of just a static board in front of you, where perhaps granted someone may have spent a very long time building these worlds. I've seen them in like Morningstar Workshop, but in tiny bits of moss on a board or sand and trees. It's just so much effort. There is even a first-person mode where you can embody your character, which I think is super cool. There is a level builder as well, so you can create custom worlds with different themes with great detail, but it looks abstracted enough for it not to be as intense as using Unity or the Unreal interface to learn and create a game. It also has a flat screen option for friends that don't have a VR yet, but I'm sure playing this, if you have a VR headset, they're going to be interested and join you anyway. I do love that successful and fun games often give us the tools to create our own. I just find that kind of amusing that, build your own game to make a successful game. But stay tuned for March 22nd to back this bad boy up, and hopefully they'll have even more details once the Kickstarter is live. Some new features are being added to the Quest to oppress your gaming life. I am being melodramatic, but there are some additional parental controls incoming for some of you who have parents that crack the whip and like to control. Which is the reason you wanted VR in the first place, to escape the world briefly, so this is not good news. But for those of you that have kids perhaps that have a tendency to be looking at things they should not, or buying too much, this will be great. So they are extending the security, which you may find handy, such as adding a password on an app-by-app basis, instead of just the entire headset. You can't play that game, that's for dad. Then in May, people registered by age will automatically be rejected when trying to purchase age-inappropriate content, but parents can override these. So you better be doing some smooching and cleaning those dishes if you want the latest horror game. Meta has even built its own approval system, so if you link a parent and a child account, they can send you a request on your phone. You'll get it as a notification to approve or deny a request. So you'll be notified of any purchases, and you can also block any Airlink content because Steam has some very, very suspicious content, I cannot lie. There is also some new features. Something rather interesting and less cynical is the developer documentation updated and highlighted something called Airlink frame rate insurance, a technique used to give the best possible Airlink experience by tackling issues to do with lag and missing frames. This can be enabled via the Oculus debug tool, and your desktop and Quest headset must be on version 38. You want to change the mobile ASW setting to frame rate insurance. And as far as I'm aware, mobile actually means processing will occur on the Quest headset instead of the PC, which is great for those that are pushing our gaming PCs to the limit anyway. We want as much resources as we can get. AFI is applying similar techniques as ASW, which will render at half the frame rate and generate a synthetic frame, so it looks super smooth, but it's actually running far, far less. But instead, this is going to be on demand and running on the Quest headset instead of the PC. The past couple of frames that have been submitted to the headset are submitted to the GPU and used to compute motion vectors that are then applied to extrapolate head motion and animation, and the result is a smooth experience. So if you have a great wireless connection, you probably won't notice anything here and won't need to enable it. But if you have an average wireless experience or you're using a router that the whole house is using, you can be prone to interference, and this is something that you may want to enable. And if it works, you shouldn't notice it. So eventually it's going to be a feature that many of us take for granted, I suppose. We will only complain when it doesn't work. But it is amazing to see some offloading actually occurring onto the Quest headset and saving our resources on the computer. That is great to see, and I think that's a stepping stone into the future of wireless PCVR. I spy with my little eye something beginning with PSVR 2. Reports have popped up saying thousands of PSVR 2 dev kits have been shipped out, and Steve, have you seen one of these with your own two eyes? Well, I can't say yes, but I can't lie to you, so I'm just going to be quiet. Late 2021 reports show shipments from Sony from Asia to the USA, and they are roughly around 10 kilograms a package, which could be a PS5 and a VR headset dev kit. So devs are hard at work making games for this new headset, expecting to come in 2023, or porting some classics to utilize the new tech. All of this Sony news that's been popping up recently, the planets are aligning, and I'm very excited to try out this new headset. Just a shame that it's expected to come next year due to the shortage of PlayStation 5s. A VR win now. This one is like, whoa, wait, what? What? We've spoken about esports already today, but that's its own domain to actual sport. But Racket NX, the VR game, has been sanctioned and now can call itself an official sport that has been recognised by the Racquetball Federation. Meaning a game could be in the Olympics. I can't believe this. This is like the first step. This is literal history. Any of you looking to compete in the next Olympics? Just well done, One Hamza, the developers of this. This is such an achievement. And this was actually the very first game studio that reached out to me to review their game. And I lost my mind, so I have a nice personal affiliation and love for this one. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you for listening to me. Feel free to click the subscribe button for more content. I've got some amazing new videos coming, like a new haptic vest that is one to get excited for. It is incredible. More games and more news. So have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day.